Hey YouTube, it's Gunner Run 13 again, and today what I would like to put a video out, talk about a little bit is on the subject of protection or self-defense, self-defensive measures, personal protection, or also home protection, maybe protecting your family and everything on a daily basis. You know, cover a couple things, a couple different items from, you know, being at home protecting yourself, like I said, and also maybe on a daily basis of your personal self, being able to protect yourself. You know, I'm holding here a little bat, little Louisville Slugger. You know, this is what the perfect home and personal protection, right? Perfect home protection for non-gun owners. The old bat, you know, you always hear about the person who doesn't have a firearm to protect themselves, don't utilize their rights to protect their family, and they may have a little bat at home. Obviously, I'm talking about a full-size bat, not this little miniature thing. But in reality, sure can be a sure can do a little damage, but you don't want to show up with a bat at a gunfight. So you never know nowadays, you know, if somebody is, you know, breaking into your house or home invasion, you know, what they may be carrying themselves. So, you know, kind of the bat's a little old school and a little obsolete, I would say, nowadays. But there are multiple various items that you could use, you know, say, we'll starting off with home protection. In a home protection type of scenario. Various different firearms, obviously. What is the perfect home defense weapon? It's hard to say. You know, each person feels a little different from you know, standard .357 revolver. You know, very effective at stopping people in their tracks with minimal shots. Very easy to use firearm to learn. You know, anywhere from that to like an auto 45 or, you know, you name it. Everybody has their personal preferences, personal favorites that they would like to, or that they may use at home for home protection. As far as .357 revolver, I do believe is pretty effective at in that sense. But you know, me personally, I like to go with something a little bit more. But let me bring camera in here a little bit. I just want to kind of show some items, guys, and let you know what I'm talking about. Of course, you got the 12 gauge. 12 gauge shotgun. 12 gauge pump shotgun. Alright. Doesn't get really any better than that for home defense. Some say that's closer to the perfect firearm for a home defense type of scenario or situation. You know, some say just the sound of the rack of the 12 gauge racking around in the chamber, you know, is intimidating enough to send anybody running out of your house. Well, so be it. I won't be racking my gun. I will be personally. I won't be warning anybody or trying to intimidate them. Be more worried about them in my house and what they can do to me and my family. So I think I would be you know, asking questions or intimidating a little later. I'd be a little busy actually trying to clear the house of threats and go from there. But the old 12 gauge pump, 12 gauge semi-auto, to each his own. But I think your classic 12 gauge pump is kind of the standard nowadays for a home protection piece. Very well used firearm. You know, can't really get much better than that. It will do its job. They say because of the scatter pattern, you know, that it's easy to use, easy to manipulate and hit a target in the dark. The way houses are set up with narrow hallways and such, that it is a perfect weapon for that. If that is the case, just like anything else, I would recommend that you learn how to use it. You know, learn how to use that 12 gauge in a home protection type of scenario. Learn how to use that 357. Learn how to use that 45 or 9mm or whatever firearm that you would use. Be proficient with it in that home protection type of scenario. That being said, just a little part on the home defense that I wanted to kind of talk about. Let's move on to personal defense and personal defense options while you're out and about on a daily basis. Not really necessarily as far as, like, say, protecting your family. Showed you guys this, my new jumbo pack. Perfect for EDC. You know, get home bag. Always in my vehicle. Now, you know, from carrying your basic supplies and everything that you may need, it is also perfect for concealing and carrying a firearm also too. So that being the case, you have your option, of course, for personal protection of, you know, a standard firearm, which is great. If you can conceal and carry, doesn't get any better than that for trying to defend yourself and protect yourself, protect your family. You know, best choice, first choice. But, you know, there are some non-lethal, well, I won't say non-lethal items that you can use because, you know, everything's situational, as I always say, and these weapons could be used in a non-lethal manner and a lethal manner, so, you know, they're just as effective at taking a life, could be, as a firearm. Not as, you know, easy, but that's not exactly what I'm trying to say here. But it can be used in those fashions also. Good thing to carry. Your telescopic baton is a perfect weapon to store in your EDC or your get home bag, or in your vehicle, or on yourself. Very effective weapon right here. Can be deployed instantly. You know, folds up into a small package. Put in your pocket, whatever. You know, they come in various sizes. This is a 16-inch one here, right here. Also got a 21-inch one. Perfect. I like to keep it in my get home bag as another weapon. Now, like I said, this could be used in a non-lethal way. It could be also used in a lethal way, because any, you know, strikes or blows to the head, or for that matter, you know, can be very lethal quickly. So this is a very good option that you can have for yourself in those situations. Same thing with maybe your everyday carry knife. Everyday carry knife obviously can be used in a lethal manner. Can get the job done. Like this, for instance, my Gerber 06 Fast, which I've done a review on. This will be quite effective in to use for deadly force. But also, you know, this is a great piece of equipment to use in a non-lethal way also. You know, it's got a good amount of weight for it. You know, it's good in the fist for if you got to strike somebody. It's got this nice pommel in the back, which would be very effective for maybe whacking somebody across the, I mean, if you had to get lethal in the head, of course, or whacking somebody in the cheek, in the back, and, you know, anything. You know, whack them right in the joint of the shoulder. That'd be pretty effective coming down. I'll bring somebody down pretty quick right there. So, you know, this knife doesn't have to be deployed actual blade to do the damage. It can be, you know, done just as extra counterweight for your fist, or even using this pommel for striking various parts of the body to take somebody down. Another piece of equipment in my get home bag would be my tactical light. This is a 220 lumen light, but it's nice and solid, made of metal. You know, it's got the scalloped edge over here nice and serrated, somewhat sharp, which would be good for the same kind of purpose of having to whack somebody with, or using the sharper edge for a defensive type of weapon. Just another option. I like to have different tools that you can utilize in different situations. So it's not just one item to do one thing, to do multiple purposes, which is really nice. So that's another thing right there also. That being said, another item right here is a Kubotan. Don't know if you're familiar with the Kubotan, but nice item. Keep on a keychain. And with the Kubotan, you can do all kinds of sorts of similar defensive measures, like I just talked about, using it as a sharp surface for jamming, poking, jabbing, all kinds of different things. Kind of a sharp little edge, nice and heavy duty. Put it on your keychain. Doesn't look like much, but it can be an effective different weapon. It's good to have multiple things on you at a time, for any situation. Always have to pull a pistol in every situation to defend yourself or your family. So Kubotan, is a nice, inexpensive weapon that can be used, in a lethal or non-lethal way. Other items are mace or pepper spray, which are very effective and good. I definitely would recommend it. Right now I don't have anything in my bag, but I will throw probably some pepper spray in there just to have. It's another option. Another tool for the toolbox, so to speak. We're going back to the shotgun, using rubber rounds, or sandbag rounds. Very nice to have that option if you ever have to use this firearm to control a situation, but you don't want to take a life. I personally wouldn't recommend a shotgun with rubber ball rounds used in the middle of the night, say during a home invasion. Me personally, I wouldn't be worried about non-lethal strikes and non-lethal hits. I'd be more worried about eliminating the threat from my family in a lethal way. That would not bother me one bit. Anything to protect my family. And another thing also to add to the pack, some of these real heavy-duty zip ties, just in case you got to restrain somebody after the fact. So on your everyday carry, maybe have access somewhere to thicker zip ties, if you could, to actually restrain somebody in a situation. Heck, even restrain somebody in a home invasion after you've eliminated the threat. Say you didn't put them down for good, but it'd be good to have something to tie them up with and keep them restrained in that case. So this is kind of video wanted to talk about this for a while. Different home defensive measures, also personal defensive measures. Now, kind of skipping back to the home a little bit there's also other things you can do as far as alarm systems to protect your house and stuff like that. Getting to the point of before somebody actually comes into your house or breaks into your house. Different items you can set up like that. We'll go over different security measures on another video for the house. Kind of go over some ideas and show you some things. But for right now, I just wanted to kind of talk on defense and security. Home, personal, kind of throw that in a mixed bag. We will touch on a little more about the home defense. Kind of go into specifics that I like, to utilize and are part of my plan, and my family's plan, which that's one thing. And we'll go into this in another video, but it's always good to have different plans for your family. I have kids and a wife, so I have different plans, be it a tornado plan or a fire, tornado alarm. I have plans for that, fire and home invasion, you name it. We have plans. We practice these. We're prepared. It's all part of being prepared for situations. So I will kind of touch on that a little more in a future video also. So, anyways, guys, you know, comments are welcome, definitely. So this is another video, Gonna Run 13. YouTube, I just want to say I appreciate all your support, guys, out there. And I hope you're enjoying my videos. And we'll talk to you a little later. Thanks, guys.